Hey guys, Mark here. Welcome to my third video. This one is going to be on populating arrays, a relatively basic concept. If you're not familiar, I'd encourage you to go to Google or pick up a book or an ebook and read a chapter on arrays. Nonetheless, let's get to it. Let's practice this array population, and I'll show you the method that I use. Hopping right in, we have a main method, and one little handy thing that I learned to do was to create a final integer named max. And when we know not necessarily the person max, but if you want to think of it as a person for remembering purposes, sure, go for it. In this case, it's all caps because when we have finals, they're going to be constants. We're going to use them in caps. And if we are going to separate them, we're going to use friendly underscores. That's text. And going into this, we have an integer declared as 0 to the value, and it's named count. Now we're going to have our array, and the way you declare an array is just like this. Integer, brackets, an array. We're naming it here. We're creating the new array with the new keyword. We're instantiating it, I believe is the correct word. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then we're using our handy dandy little variable, which lets us change the maximum size so we don't have to go into this code later and manually change everything, which will become more apparent in the future. Now going into our next thing, wow, we're popping into a method. We have count is equal to pop array nums. What's that? Oh, well, that means that we're actually being sent down the train to the method because before we can assign count to this value, we have to get a literal. And that's gonna happen to the right of the equal sign. So we're here. You know, when you go to the mall and you see that like you're here, that's where we are now. Welcome to here, right? So this one, populate array, it has, guess what the input is? It's an array, right? And we're gonna hop in. We have count is going to be declared and initialized to 0. And in this case, we're not reading from a file, which we can do. We're actually gonna assume this scenario that we just have what we have above us. And the array is going to be fully parsed through, starting at I equals 0. Arrays have an index of 0, starting at 0. And we're going to have less than x, which is the name of the array, multi-purpose. That's the awesome thing about Java. X.length, which is going to give us the integer value. That's why we have less than. If we had or equal to, we'd have to do the -1. This is going to automatically do the -1. And if we have an array of 50 elements, we're going to have our final index is going to be 49. I may do a video just on that for people that don't understand that clearly. I did in the beginning. I'd encourage you to take the time and understand that well. This is going to take us fully through it. We're going to parse through completely I++, and very simple. The nth or the ith element of x, this is the index in the brackets, is equal to count. Count started at 0, I started at 0, and we're going to increment up count plus plus. And once we're done, we're going to return count, and then count is going to equal to the literal, which is going to be returned from here, up there, and simply we have a print statement that's going to print that out. And if we think about it, the count should be 10. And if you cheated, you already saw that it's 10, but maybe I was lying. Don't always trust the result down there. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and run this. Okay, we do get 10. It was returned. We populated it. We counted it. And if we want to simply change it in a really interesting program, I don't want to make it too big. There is a limit. Integers. We can do this. So look, it's working. It's working pretty damn good. Simple. It's short. It's effective. Hopefully, just like this video. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you have feedback, which I hope you do, please leave a thumbs up, a thumbs down, and a comment, as well as suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching, and take